Hello, internet friends. Today we're going to review the music from Binyomin Rosenblum. Binyomin Rosenblum is a 21-year-old artist from New York whose music is shaped by real-life experience. During his teenage years, he dealt with a mix of challenges, mental health struggles, religious uncertainty, and the complexities of growing up with special needs. Music became his way out, offering a space where things felt calmer and more in his control. When COVID hit, while most people were getting dogs or trying new trends to pass time, Benjamin made a different choice. He decided to take music seriously. He taught himself to sing, play some piano, experiment with productions, learning everything on his learning everything on his own from his bedroom. What started as a personal escape turned into something much more. Really nice. Now he focuses on instrumental music while he also writes songs with lyrics. The professional music he creates and releases is entirely instrumental. He writes the compositions himself and then works with his producer to put everything together and blending his ideas with polished production. He's working on multiple songs with his debut single Heavy Heart set to release in late 2025. The track is based on a personal event from his senior year of high school and marks the beginning of a larger project. More music is coming in 2026, leading to his first full-length album, My Story. He draws inspiration from artists like Shawn Mendes, Thomas Day, Anson Zebra, and NF, blending his own experiences with the kind of music that helped him to go through talk times. Sorry for that. Pretty interesting bio. Got me more interested on what we're going to review today. Let's read a little bit about the song. The song tells the story of how I want to end my life, but holding on because I know there is a reason for me to be here. The song is instrumental. The part with the saxophone solo, guitar solo is one saying end it while the other one is saying to hold on. And yeah, it's a pretty interesting song. We're going to review Heavy Heart, like we mentioned, is going to be released at the end of the year. I got the premiere here. I feel pretty honored by it because I'm listening to this before it's released, so I guess I'm lucky. Yeah, without much further ado, I'm gonna grab my trusty headphones and let's give it a listen. This was really beautiful, man. I did really enjoy the song. It's like I like how it get built little by little with the piano, the pads, strings, everything is building together to get to the main moment with the dialogue of the saxophone and the guitar. It's a really beautiful song. I did really enjoy it. You can feel the emotion behind it. It's like on an era where we are talking about the AIs and there is a lot of commercial music like coming out without the emotion or something. This is really beautiful. It's like fresh air, let's call it like that, but it's like it's not the kind of music that is going to be for everybody, like mass commercial appeal, but for the public that it is going to love it. I love instrumental music. I listen a lot of post rock bands like Explosions in the Sky, God is an Astronaut, that kind of music. I love instrumental music, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. This fit right in what I like, so it's something that I enjoy. And I know there is a lot of people out there that is going to enjoy this, just like it's not for everybody. Everybody's like trying to consume whatever television or social media put in front of them, but this is like a fresh air for me, something that I enjoy. We get technical here because my reviews are about that. Everything sounds great, everything except for the snare. I wasn't a big fan of the snare. I feel it's like at the beginning of the song is a little bit brighter, or well, it has a lot of gain or volume at the beginning of the song. Then when all the instruments are mixed, it sounds well mixed blend, in a sense of gain and volume. But I feel it's like a song that is so peaceful and takes you to another place. And I feel like the snare is a little bit disrupted because it's a little bit on the brighter side. So I will tune it like semitone, two semitones, a couple of cents down, to make it fit better, by down tuning it, because I feel it's on the brighter side. So the tuning it a little bit will help. I know it sounds weird to some artists when I discussed this. I discussed this with some friends. I mean, and it's tuning the drums. It's like something like a lot of people ignore, but it's something that I learned when I moved to make techno, because there are some elements that doesn't fit too well, and then I realized that it could be applied to the rest of the music. So tuning the drums is something that became really important to me, and I feel like the snare is on the brighter side. So I won't change the snare, so only detune it a little bit. But that's the only thing that probably I didn't like that much, but the rest of the song is beautiful. You feel the emotion behind it, and you can feel it. I like the pacing, how it's built, and that, like I mentioned, that dialogue between the saxophone and the guitar solo is something unique, something that I really like, because you usually expect like the solo of one instrument, then the solo of one instrument, but here one's talking one with the other and responding each other. So it's interesting, and I like unique things, new things, stuff that I don't listen every day. So it's the kind of stuff that excites me and put me in a good mood, that catch my attention, and I listen more carefully because it grabs my attention. So yeah, I did really enjoy this song. So Binyomin Rosenblum, really nice work. It seems like COVID helped to create a new musician. That's pretty awesome. I remember those days. I put myself into creative mood, and I created one EP and a couple of songs that were really interesting because it's more on the introspective side. But yeah, I feel like COVID was hard, was difficult. We lost a lot of people on the way, but if you manage to learn music and do your first steps and then created this, it's like you look 5 years after, seems like it was productive because this music was pretty nice and pretty enjoyable. So yeah, I'm going to leave it right here. Really interesting music. I did really enjoy that. Probably the snare was the only thing, but remember, my reviews get a little bit technical. Don't take it too seriously. The important thing at the end of the day is that people connect and enjoy music. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it right here. Yeah, I wish you the best with this project, with your album next year. And yeah, hope to see you in another one. Bye.